Red flags when dating in 2024. Let's be honest, if you're going to date in today's world, 2024 going forward, the rules have changed. When men are the best versions of themselves, the world is a better place. Men, know what you're worth. Have some standards because you are the prize. A woman reaches a peak of hotness at 25. Guys, if you can survive the 20s, into 30s, you can demand everything. When you're out there grinding, building your business, not getting caught up, not having babies out of wedlock, not getting married too soon. You're going to become more valuable as you start to build your career, build your business, just do you. You're going to be an attractive man on all kind of levels, to so many different women. Guys. A lot of times, that'll be the first time guys experience any success with women in mass. We've all dibbled and doubled a little bit here and there, but typically, guys don't experience the same level of success that women had when they were teens and in their 20s. So, here are some things that guys need to watch out for when they're dating. Regardless of the size of your pocketbook, or your dreams, or aspirations. Ignore these things at your peril. Because, just like all the great men of antiquity, the Bible and in the past, a woman can need to help, but oftentimes, the wrong woman can throw a man completely into chaos. Let's start off with this one. Red flag number 1. She wants to be courted. I know that some guys are thinking like, hey, what's wrong with her wanting to be courted? Nothing. If she is truly a traditional woman. But typically, women want to be courted because they want all the benefits of traditional femininity and gender roles, but they bring none of that stuff to the table. This is just another way of asking you to simp. Very few westernized women deserve to be courted. I say it again. Very few westernized women deserve to be courted. You guys fought for equality. You're my equal, you want an equal pay, you want equal rights? So you need to get equal lefts. You want to be courted? That ain't going to happen. We are equals. Deal with it. Thank feminism one-on-one, your mamas and your grandmamas. This is the world. Ladies, if you watch and understand, this is what men are on the lookout for. So if you are asking some guy to court you, what do you bring to the table, other than sex and debt? Red flag number 2. She's got a 90-day rule. Or any kind of rule like this. First time I hear a woman say she's got a 90-day rule, I'm out. First time I hear a woman talk about this rule or any other kind of rule like that, I'm out. Just like the United States had a policy, we do not negotiate with terrorists, women can be emotional terrorists. I do not negotiate with them. Because, if you give a mouse a cookie, it will ask for a glass of milk. She has a 90-day rule, that automatically implies to me, that she thinks her vagina is gold. That it's something that's that damn important, that I have to work, strive and earn for. I don't work that hard for anything that doesn't benefit me, her vagina ain't it. If you have these 90-day rule, gladly blame all these Steve Harvey type guys, who told you this foolishness. That is man repellent. Rule on day 1, in the other 89 days? It'll be you playing with your cat by yourself. Red flag 3. She is a single mother. Next, she's a single mother. I'm not going to bash single mothers and anything like that, but bottom line, there used to be a time when a woman had a baby out of wedlock, it was a few and far between. And there was some shame that went along with it, enough to where they didn't keep going out and doing it over and over again. Now it's a badge of honor. You as a man, are worth too much, and too valuable. If you've got your head on straight, you're out doing your thing, working your business, taking care of your business, you should not be forced to pick from a crop of women, who already had another man's children. You should not have to go out here and fight the world, build such and so forth to come home to a woman that you would at best be the 4th or 5th most important thing in her life. You deserve better than that. I am sorry, ladies. If you've had a child, that is your responsibility. Own it. Own it, and as far as I'm concerned, stay out of the dating scene until your kids are out of the house. You made a choice to have those children. Especially if you did it outside of wedlock. You made that choice, then you make a choice to wear this scarlet letter. It's not our problem. It's yours. Guys do not date single mothers. I could write an entire novel on this one. Do it at your peril. Red flag number 4. She is a strong independent woman. For me, you have 3 times to say that. I'm a strong independent blank woman. I'm a strong independent blank woman. I'm a strong independent, check please. I'm gone. Anytime, that comes out of their mouths, non-negotiable, in the sense whether it's day 1, or day 300. Because, to me, that's an underlying issue that's waiting to burst through. A person who has to say I'm a strong independent anything, is none of the things she says. It's like if you find yourself having to go into your house saying, I'm the man of this house. If you got to say you the man of the house, there's a problem. If you have watched Game of Thrones when Joffrey says, I'm the king. And Tyler told him, any man who has to say he's the king, is not the king. Strong independent blank anything, needs to be strong, independent, and alone. Red flag 5. She believes that men and women are equal. We are not equals. No male and female of any species on the planet are equal. We are different for a reason. I am not going to negotiate your role and my role. If you come into this saying that we're equal, we're automatically at loggerheads. Because you're not a woman in my opinion. You're a female. I don't date females. I date women. Just like the men will hear what I'm saying, the males will probably throw shade. If you want a woman that's your equal, you've really given your manhood up, and I can't help you. For the guys out there, who are trying to hear me, equality is not what it's cracked up to be. Typically women want the quality when it benefits them, and they want to be ladies when it suits them. I don't have time for all the back and forth, cause I'm trying to do what I'm doing. I'm leading, she's going to follow. There can't be 2 captains. Pick your poison. If you pick equality you'll die a slow death. Red flag number 6. She's a big-time church girl. Look. I'm a Christian. I was born and raised in the church. I attended regularly, but big-time church girls tend to come with big-time church problems. There is no more hypocrisy in dating than in the church. Because unless she's a big-time church girl and a virgin, you're already going to have issues. Oftentimes, big-time church girls try to use the Bible as a weapon against the men that they date, to hold you biblically accountable for everything that says a man should be so, yet not hold themselves biblically morally or ethically accountable to anything that it says a woman should be. They tend to take scriptures out of context, use biblical stories for their own selfish and manipulative ends, and hit you in a place to where you really can't defend your spirituality. That is the height of manipulative, deceptive, bad behavior. I don't roll with big-time church, Bible thumpers, for these primary reasons. Red flag. 7. She's got lots of single girlfriends. Ever seen a pack of animals roam your neighborhood? There's always a lead animal, and the ones that follow. It's all a bad situation. It's a game. Single women who hang out with other single women, sit around and talk about single women stuff, and it's typically a lot about man bashing. Because just like most women, anytime they break up, it's never their fault. They never take accountability, everyone they broke up with is a jerk. So if you start dating this woman, who's hanging out with a lot of single girls, she's going to go back to her friends, and everything that happens good over here, you're going to be getting undermined with on the other side. You can't win, because there's strength in numbers and female foolishness is at an all-time high. And we don't need to deal with it. Avoid women have got a lot of single friends. Another thing. Women who have a lot of single friends don't typically hang out with women who are in relationships or married because they themselves don't know how to be. They know single, let them stay single. Red flag number 8. She comes from a long line of single mothers. Aunts and cousins. My ex-wife hit this to the mold. I love that woman. She was fine as frog's hair, but when I went to her family, 13 of the most beautiful women I have ever seen in one family, 11 of them were single. And I got to know why. Because they all had that same, strong independent blank woman straight, they all had that quintessential attitude, dysfunctional group of harpies if I ever met them. They are some nice group of people if you meet them one-on-one. But if you have a long line of single mothers, aunts, and cousins, you have generational curses, problems, and things in that family. It will rear its head sooner or later. You don't want to be around either way. The downside is, this woman typically has really good sex game. So, think with your big head, not with your little one. Look at the chips on the board, and adjust accordingly. Don't even let yourself get sucked in. Ask some questions, figure out what her family life is like, her family history. You're interviewing her for a job inside the corporation of you. You're the CEO. Why are you going to bring in somebody who's going to embezzle from the company, sell your secrets and leave you in bankruptcy? And lastly, she's got a history of broken relationships. Especially if she's an 8, 9, or a 10. 8s and 9s, every one of the exes, were all jokes and blood holes. I've never ever met a woman who is upfront about their relationships in the past and say, you know what? I messed that up, I cheated on him. I hurt him, I did such. It's always, something was wrong with every guy. From high school, to college, to lifetime, from lifetime, to college, to high school, to junior high elementary. Each and every boyfriend or guy they've dated along the line, was always something wrong with the men. Guys, step back from this for a second, ask yourself, the only common denominator in all of her situations was her. If there's always or something wrong with everyone, and it's not her, it's going to be you in a minute. Avoid this kind of woman at all costs. Because all she knows is how to break up. All she knows is how to be in dysfunctional relationships. You're not going to come in and fix her. You're not going to come in and save her. Save yourself, avoid her up front.